Yeah, let me do a little. So clean start here now in this race. As we said, the 65th running of this event. So it is stacked full of history, a who's who of winners, and we'll hopefully be seeing a time around the 14-minute mark. We'll just throw now to Glenn Turner, and he's down with the girls from the 5,000 metre Women's Championship.
Thanks, Tim. This is the medal presentation for the Women's 5,000 metres Championship of Victoria. Medals to be presented by Athletics Victoria officials and manager Andrea Hallett. In third place and bronze medalist representing Collingwood in a time of 16:25.83, Virginia Maloney. In second place and silver medalist representing South Melbourne in a time of 16:22.82, Sinead Diver. And in first place and gold medalist and state champion from Knox Athletic Club in a time of 16:19.58, Melissa Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge our medalist in the Women's 5,000 metres Championship of Victoria.
So thanks again and congratulations. We will throw down a little bit later. I think Glenn might do an interview, but we'll just pick up the action at the moment. And DJ and Gebra Celeste has gone straight to the lead in the Mentone colours. Looks like we have then got, let's say that's, we'll try and pick up, it could well be Bryce Anderson sitting there in next position. Maddie Clarke sitting in the third position. Then we've got Strintzos. 14:15.00 is what Haftu Strintzos will be chasing this season. That's the qualifier for the World Under-20 Championships in Finland. We know Haftu has the goods to get there. So Gebra Celeste leading out. And I think we might throw down to Glenn Turner on the infield, who will interview Melissa Duncan.
Thanks, Tim. I'm down here with a very tall Melissa Duncan. We last caught up presenting medals at School Sport Victoria. Let's talk about the race. You had a great battle with Sinead over the back half of that 5K. Did you expect that?
Well, my coach just said to stick to 75-second laps as long as I could. That was harder than I expected. So I noticed it was kind of slower than I wanted at the start. So I sort of took off, but then kind of like, I think you just lose track of how many laps you're doing, and I think I sort of underestimated how hard it was going to be. So I was glad when Sinead came and took over and I could just sort of relax a little bit behind her. So it was a good first experience, but I think, I'm just going to give her practice with it.
And we spoke earlier in the year that you control a lot of your training, a lot of your racing and so forth. So what's next for you on the racing calendar?
I think maybe Sarah put up after this, maybe the 1500s I pick, and then hopefully another 5K. I think I'm just going to try a few different races and just see what I like best and what I like best at to work out what's going on with race.
Okay, we'll let you go warm down. And the best of luck. We'll see you at Zatopek. Congratulations to Melissa Duncan. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn, and congratulations, Melissa. Out front, Bryce Anderson, 2:47 at 1K, 13:57 pace. We're on sub 14. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can get these guys under, and if not 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of them. Clarke leading the next pack. National cross-country champion Buchanan in that next position. World Juniors aspirant Strintzos taking the next slot there, and they're moving beautifully as we see Anderson really taking the pace. Gebra Celeste in second position. So tucked in beautifully there too, Jared Clifford we'll see in that middle of the chasing pack there. Jared also got his eyes on that 14:15. Not only is he a fantastic Paralympian, he can mix it in the able body, and we've seen that over and over and over again. We saw him run a brilliant 3,000 metres at Miles Club only a few weeks ago. Took some big scalps in that one. So Jared Clifford positioned beautifully there, just behind Will Potter. As the gap starts to just come in a little bit, Gebra Celeste champing at the heels there of Anderson. Buchanan now leading the next pack, which includes Clarke and Strintzos. Also, Max Stevens, 14:20 in Adelaide only a few weeks ago. So Stevens, he ran a 14:47 to come second in the B race last year. And look at the improvement there for Stevens under coach Adam Diddick from Adelaide. So Stevens is mixing it with the big boys there. So the other South Australian, Potter, he's behind our Potter. So Will Potter leading Adrian Potter. They're leading the next bunch, and that's where Jared Clifford is. We've also got Cody Shanahan, one of the up-and-coming talents in Victorian athletics. The Peter Burke-trained athlete from Western Athletics is not putting a foot wrong at the moment, as we see a bunch of 6 now forming. Haftu Strintzos is in there, and how exciting is that? 5:37 at 2K, 5:37 at 2K, and that gives us a goal time still just under that 14-minute mark. So I'm just joined by Glenn Turner, and Glenn's getting a little bit excited again because he's seeing another race unfold here, which is exposing some serious talent, particularly in the junior divisions, as we see Haftu Strintzos, the Craig Mottram coach Strintzos, sitting in that lead pack. Adrian Potter, Cody Shanahan, he's another one we really like, isn't he, Glenn?
Yeah, look, this early stage of the race, and excuse me for catching my breath, a one-lapper doesn't have a great deal of fitness at the moment, but Haftu is certainly a very exciting young runner. I think coached by Craig Mottram. Not sure if you mentioned that before, Tim, but certainly the early stages of the race, he's setting himself up beautifully.
I don't think Craig will mind being mentioned twice, but that's okay. As we see Dejan Gebrselassie, the Sean Williams-trained Dejan Gebrselassie, he's just ahead there of Anderson, who is looking good. Our national cross-country champion, the pride of Bendigo, or one of the many prides of Bendigo, because as we're saying, we're seeing so many good things coming out of Bendigo at the moment, and Andrew Buchanan is certainly one of those. So Buchanan, then Clarke in the old Zavarian colours, Strintzos just tucked in there, and Max Stevens, the South Australian. Potter leading the next group. That's Potter from South Australia. He's got Shanahan and also Clifford right behind him. AFL boundary umpire Marin Talley. He loves the big scene. The MCG in September is where he loves to play, but he's also a good 5,000 metre runner as Marin Talley. So he's slipping in there just behind Clifford. Nick Earls up there. It looks like Charlie Park. Will Potter going to the back. Liam Cashin, bit of a gap to him. Then Kernahan, Kelly. Then it looks like we've got Baggett. So Anderson takes it again here, but it is still a lead pack of 6. It was 2 with 4 chasing. Now it's a lead pack of 6, all running quite well together. Good rhythm there. Shanahan is now leading the second pack, and they aren't drifting too far off either. I think we're going to see some big finishes here. Unfortunately, Will Potter looks like he might be gone off the back of it. So the 3K split coming up, and Gebrselassie is going to take it again. I think the pace has come off. So 8:32 at 3K. So they're about 14:15 pace now. So the pace has definitely gone off here. So the boys wanting sub 14 have really got to come home in that last 2K, Glenn.
Yeah, Tim, it's been an interesting tactical part to this race. You know, the 6 athletes have gone out, set the pace. They haven't actually blitzed it. You see Gebrselassie, it's like fartlek training. As soon as he's challenged, off he goes again. He doesn't want to give up that lead. So not 100% sure whether he's going for the title or whether he's going for time. But again, you know, half marathon runner, etc., coming back into the fold in this 5K.
Stevens is moving beautifully now into second position. So this one's a bit of a talent. Good steeplechaser, decided to come across here for the 5,000 metres. So Max Stevens looking good. Anderson just behind him. A little bit of history on this one. 13:20.85 is the fastest time ever run out of Victorian Championships. That's Andrew Baddeley from the UK in 2010. Darren Lynch, the fastest Victorian, 13:30.96 in the year 2000. What a big year that was, Glenn. And then, remarkably, the second fastest ever victory by a Victorian in this event. You have to go all the way back to 1965. Ron Clarke ran 13:31.2 to win this event. back in the mid-60s. What an awesome runner Ron Clarke was. Collis Birmingham, 13:33, has also won this in a relatively fast time. We won't see those times tonight, but we are seeing some very willing running and some gutsy stuff out there from Gebrselassie, Stevens, also Anderson, and Haftu Strintzos is still there. So it's a race in 6. The Melbourne University colours are now moving to the lead of the second pack. And I think that's Conway. Nick Earl also up there. Potter there, Marantali. Shanahan just dropping a bit. He was leading that pack, and now Jared Clifford takes it. So we expect fireworks every time we see Jared Clifford run, and this guy just never lets us down. One of the biggest hearts in Australian athletics. So Anderson looks like he's now taken the lead again. So Anderson, Stevens still up there. The boys in Adelaide are going to love this call. So Stevens is there. Buchanan starting to make his move. Hasn't done too much, and he's just sitting there beautifully in the middle of that pack. And Strintzos is still there. So is Strintzos going to be online for trying to go for that 14:15 tonight? We know that they're on about that time moving through at the moment. Strintzos just has to get through the last few laps here. So 11:29 at 4K. They're just under 14:20 pace. This Haftu Strintzos can really get a move on over these last 2 laps. We might see a World Junior qualifier here tonight as Andy Buchanan takes the lead. As we said, hasn't done a huge amount of work there. Stevens goes with him. Is Gebrselassie done? Strintzos just trying to go to the outside. Clarke blocks him. Bryce Anderson just behind him. Jared Clifford launching. He's got Nick Earl right behind him. Then Conway and Potter. It looks like, unfortunately, Shanahan might be done. Two laps to go. But it looks like Buchanan has got this. He's really shaken this field up. Stevens is the only one still going. Clarke going with him. And we've got Haftu Strintzos right in his coattails there. Can we get Haftu through to sub 14:15? So 500 out. Buchanan leads it. Is Buchanan going to add a Victorian 5,000 metre championship to his very, very impressive array of medals and trophies? Buchanan looking strong. Stevens still holding in there nicely. Look at Strintzos. We've got to get him there. Let's get Haftu on the plane to Finland. Come on, we've got to do our part now. So it's Buchanan. It's Stevens, it's Strintzos, it's Anderson. Clarke looks like he's just falling back. Gebrselassie and Jared Clifford's moved himself up towards the lead pack. How good is this kid? But look at Andy Buchanan going down the back straight the last time. The only one near him now is Stevens. Come on, Haftu. You've really got to nail this last lap. So let's see what Haftu's got over the last 250. He's got Bryce Anderson, a quality runner from the ACT, urging him on. So that battle's going to keep Haftu going. But Buchanan, he's got this one. This is going to be an exciting run here from Buchanan, taking out another Victorian championship. The clock ticks to 13:50. So we've got 25 seconds to get Haftu through this last stretch. It's going to be close. Buchanan comes down. He goes wide. Dineen's got one to go. So it's Buchanan. He'll come through to get another Victorian championship. It's going to be a bit under 14:10. Stevens is going to hang on. He should get a PB. The clock stopped ticking, unfortunately. Let's see what we get for Anderson. Oh, right on there for Haftu. It's going to be close. Clarke will take the next spot. Jared Clifford, another fantastic run. Nick Earl's going to come over the top of early leader Gebrselassie. Great running there, guys. Another worthy Victorian 5,000 metre championship. But some eye-popping performances there. Haftu Strintzos, we knew he was close to that mark. Tonight he might have just missed it, but boy, give him another run, and this kid is certainly going to nail that 5,000 metre qualifier for the World Under-20 Championships in Finland.
Let's talk about the race. You know, you actually killed it in the back half and you haven't run one for a while. How are you feeling?
Yeah, actually felt pretty good. It was a pretty fast start. I think we went through in about 63, 64. So I held back a little bit and then, haven't done a 5K for a while. So it was good to be out on the track again. And they're pretty long, so I didn't want to get too carried away at the start. So just built into the race, and then managed to feel good with 2 laps to go and went for home.
So you reckon that was long? You've entered for the Zatopek 10K on the 14th of December. What happens between now and then?
A lot of training. This is we'll start to get pretty serious about Zatopek and just try and get in the zone of just running lap after lap after lap. So a heap of training and plenty of recovery as well.
Okay, we wish you well. Congratulations, our gold medalist Andy Buchanan. Well done.